Welcome to my Autumn in New York chord melody guitar lesson. Hi, my dear jazz friends all over the world. Sandra Sherman here. Greetings from Austria. You can download the tab for this lesson from the link down below in the description box. Please visit my lesson shop, Guitarversum.com, for more lesson material like this one. And now, let's get started. We're in the key of F major, while the song ends in F minor though, and we have an A-B-C song form. A and B sections are both 8 bars long, while the C section is 16 bars long. We start with the G minor 9 chord here, and now the melody goes down. So melody is A, G, F, D. Now the chord goes up to A minor, the third degree of the F major scale. I take advantage of the open A string and play the G and C here. And I fill the chord now by going up the middle 2 strings. Okay, until I'm here in this diet, A minor diet. That takes me to the B flat, which is the 4th degree of the scale. I climb up the triad. And now the 5th scale degree, C 13-9, without the root. Okay. Then C7 sharp 5, with the 9th on top at the end. And that's the resolution. Now F major 13. I don't play the root here, F. You could though. It's a little tricky, yeah. So I prefer just to play the upper strings. String. And now I have 2 bars of nothing going on. Melody is already done. So what I do is I have to fill it with a little fill. I play the inner voice move. I play an inner voice movement. Inner voice because I play the lowest 2 notes, but you have to imagine there would be a bass note. So that's the inner 2 notes here, the C and the E. So I play the C and the E, then C and F, back to C, E, D, and a little chromaticism from C to B flat. That takes me to A minor to D7. That's a 2-5. It's a 3-6 of the song, but 2-5 chord progression. And what I do is this Latin cliche movement. Just in reverse how we came up here. Now I have that A minor diet going to the major 7th, flat 7th, and then the 6th, or actually A minor 6 is same as a D7. We are now on D7, so I add the D in bass afterwards. That gives it a cool sound actually. Let me repeat the first 2 bars for 4 bars already for you. Now we repeat the first 2 bars, G minor, A minor, B flat. Make sure that the open A string doesn't ring into the B flat that's coming now. So stop it by the side with the side of your thumb. C9 13 again, sharp 5. And now we go to A minor 11. Leave your pinky here. A minor 11 this is. Going to D7, 2-5. D7 we play as a D7 flat 9 in the shape of an F sharp diminished chord. F sharp diminished. And now I still have a whole bar left for that D7. It is actually D7 flat 9. What am I going to do? It's going to resolve to G minor later, in the next bar I mean. So let's play a G harmonic minor scale. Over D, that's the D Phrygian dominant scale. It's a mode. It's the 5th mode, the 5th scale degree of the G harmonic minor scale. And here I go. Takes me to G9. Okay, this run is B flat A, and now on F sharp, which is the 3rd of the D7, I'm right on beat 1 of the D7. A little trill, so hammer pull, hammer and pull. Back to the D. Yeah, that's chromaticism. Go into the F sharp, diminished arpeggio now. Just like the chord, you can play the arpeggio over D7. F sharp, diminished arpeggio over D7 flat 9. Up till here, and now chromaticism. And that brings me to the G minor in the next section. Okay, so let's repeat the entire A section for you at slow tempo. 3, 4. Check out my 35 beginner chord melody jazz standards if you want to add some real popular standards to your repertoire. You get the PDF tabs and the Guitar Pro tabs, including standard music notation, and of course you get all the detailed video tutorials. There is a link down below this video in the description box that leads you to the 35 jazz standards. And the bundle price is a real bargain, so grab yours now. In the B section, we start with a G minor 9 chord, 9-11 chord. Here's our virtual root, the G. That's a G minor 9 chord. And here's the 11. You could also play it with the bass, but I usually just play the upper two. Then go into the G minor 9 chord up until the A, because the melody is the A. Then you have to bar over for that to catch the G. Fill, and the last note is the melody again, so make sure to play it a little louder. And now we change to the key of A flat major. We have a 2-5. B flat minor 7 here, right? Here we are. F in the melody, the 5 chord, E flat 13 with D flat in bass, the 7th in bass, 4-5-5-4 actually. Move your pinky out to the D flat, that's the melody. Yeah. Resolution A flat major. B, C, and then a B flat minor 11 chord, right? The second. We now have an ascending movement again. A flat, B flat, C minor. Yeah, A flat major, B flat minor, C minor. So let's start with the A flat. B flat minor 11. And the C minor 7. And now we have a 2-5 that takes us to C minor. D half diminished. And G7 flat 9 in the shape of a D diminished chord. So this is actually a 2-5 in a minor key. 2-5 changing from D half diminished to D diminished. D diminished substitutes or actually is a G7 flat 9. From every chord tone of the G7, the D is a chord tone, that's the 5th. You can play a diminished arpeggio or a chord. So this is a 2-5, and that takes us to C minor. Here's phrase number 2 again at slow tempo. 3, 4. We now have a C minor to C major modulation. We start with the C minor chord here. You can bar this also, 8, 8, 8, 8. Then I play thirds in the key of C minor. That's the B flat and the D. then the C and the E flat, and then I'll leave this lying here and play the from the A on. These 4 strings, inner 4 strings, that's an gives me a C minor triad over A. That's like an A half diminished. All right, so that's this bar. And now modulating via 2/5 into C major. The second degree is a D minor 11, or D minor whatever, but 11 because we have the G on top. G7 flat 9 in the shape of a A flat diminished chord. I hope you got this concept now. If not, I have a video on how to play diminished arps or chords over altered chords. Okay, that resolves to C major 7 now. Use your thumb now because you're gonna need your pinky. Play an inner string movement. So I play those dyads here: C E, B E, and A E. And I try to have everything ringing as long as possible. And now a little run in C major. Okay, that's G, A, B, C, D, E, G, B. That's like a C major arpeggio. On beat 1, I am on C major 9. Here would be the bass. So now you learn a bunch of C major chord voicings that take us down to the C altered. So that's C major 9, like the C major 7 with the 9th on top. Then a C6 9. Root is on top. Then for the B, the next tone in the scale I want to harmonize, I could have used this C major. I could actually, but I don't. I want to create an arc of tension and release, and I throw in a 5 chord. The 5 chord of C is G, and again, from every chord tone on the altered chord, I can play a diminished arpeggio. So I'm just, since they are diminished, every tone can be the root of a diminished chord. So all you need to do is just look at one of these and see if it's a chord tone. B is a chord tone of G7, it's the 3rd. So just shape a diminished chord around it. This is the diminished shape. And now I resolve this to C major 13. That's the same chord as the F we had before. Root would be here. And that takes me to C altered here. Here would be the root, 2, 3, 4, 4. Or you could also view it as it's tritones up the F sharp. Some people prefer that F sharp in bass. We don't have a bass right now, so it doesn't matter. Or C altered. It doesn't matter. 2, 3, 4, 4. Okay, so let me repeat phrase number 3 for you at slow tempo. 3, 4. You can help to keep the free video tutorials of this channel running by becoming a member of the channel, and you can do so by clicking the join button right next to the subscribe button, which also grants you access to my mini lessons. You can also say a little thank you by clicking the thanks button and donate a little something. This really helps with the productions of the videos. Thanks a lot. All right, we're now in the C section and we have 4 bars here in phrase number 4 at least. We start out the same as phrase number 1 with that G minor 9, A minor 7, B flat, C13, sharp 5, F major. But now we go on differently and actually we have 2 bars of F major. And we already changed that. We used substitutions for that in the first phrase already. F major, G minor, the 2nd degree, A minor, 3rd degree, D altered 6. The A minor and the D are a 2/5. We're going to be using the same concept now. with the exception that I just play an F major 7 and D minor 7 arpeggio over the virtual G minor 7 now, or F major 7. So after this, we play F major 7 arpeggio, chromatic, going into a D minor 7 arpeggio over the virtual G minor 7. Chromatic, that takes me to the 3 and 6 or 2-5 chord, A minor 9, 11, 16 notes really fast, D13, and D flat 13. And a D flat 13 is a sub 5, a tritone substitution for a G altered that takes me to the upcoming C minor 9 chord in the next phrase. Let's repeat the whole phrase number 4 at slow tempo. 3, 4. And here's the resolution, the C minor 9 chord. Same as on the G, we have the same concept here, ascending chords, descending melody. Going to D, but I don't play it up here, I play it down here. Still, the root moves from C to D upwards, while the melody goes down from G to F. Okay. D minor 7 to E flat minor 7, 9 actually, sorry, minor 9. To G flat, E flat minor 11, all the way through to the B flat up on top. C, the 5 chord F altered, that's like the C we had down here. Here's the virtual F, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 frets. Then the E flat on top. And then an F7 flat 9 chord in the shape of an A diminished chord, resolving to a B flat minor triad. So I play 16th now, and I play the that Latin cliche that goes down all the way to the 6th. So we have the movement is in the inner string from the B flat here to the B flat minor major to the B flat minor 7 to the B flat minor sorry, that was the right finger, B flat minor 6, and then we'll play a C7 sharp 5. And that takes us to the upcoming F minor chord. Here is phrase 5 at slow tempo for you. 3, 4. And here's the resolution, F minor 7, all the way through the C, B string, E string, the C7 flat 9 in the shape of a C sharp diminished chord. And now we have a descending chord movement, block chords, F minor 7, E diminished, so F, E, E flat to A flat we're gonna be playing. F minor 7, E diminished with a flat 6th, that's this chord. I play the open E string, I mute the A string by touching it, and I'll play B flat, D flat, G and C. That's an E diminished flat 6 chord. Okay, here's the E diminished. You can also try to play it this way, then you have a better bass, but usually something gets muted and it's hard to fret with the C on top. So what I did is I don't play that E and change my fingering here and play the low E. But this would be actually the better choice. It's just really hard to get a grip in time, you know. Then E flat minor 13, you can leave the pinky here. Mute the ringing E string, that's important now because we need E flat. E flat and E don't go together. And it's 5 chord, the A13 9. To the resolution D flat major 7, all the way through the A flat. A diminished. And that's actually an A flat 7 flat 9 chord again. Going to D flat major for 1 bar, and now I play some substitution chord. I have a descending movement, C diminished. That's a 5 chord, the F7 flat 9. That takes me to the B flat minor, and B flat minor is the relative minor of D flat major. That's why I can use it as a substitution. And that's just a 5 chord of it. And then we have a chromatic A flat up all the way until the E string. That takes me to the G minor again. Okay, here's phrase 6 for you at slow tempo. And here's the last phrase already, and we start with the G minor motif again. A minor, now we have a different run. The C, B, A encloses B flat that were next, B flat minor 7. And that B flat is a reharmony, or actually a substitute for G half diminished. We're now going to have a 2-5, G half diminished to C that resolves to the final F minor. So I reharmonize, or I substitute, actually that's correct. I substitute the G half diminished chord with the B flat minor 7. Going to its 5 chord, C7 sharp 5. G7 flat 9 in the shape of a G diminished, and C7 flat 9 in the shape of an E diminished. They repeat themselves all 3 frets. So that makes it easy to find lines, chords. And here's the resolution F minor 7 with the root on top. And now in a ballad you want to have some nice ending lines, so I play an F minor add 9 arpeggio. Right? Slide into the 9th. Go back the F minor 7 arpeggio. Then hammer and pull, that's called a trill, and slide. And you can have the accent on the beat. Or on the offbeat, then this is the thought accent. The ra-pa-pa-pa. It doesn't matter. I played, I don't know, I changed it. One time I played like this, and one time I played on a beat. And after the slide, you go to the F, what is this actually? F minor major 9 chord. Here's your virtual root. That's a cool ending chord. And you could leave it at this, or you go back to the F minor 7 chord. All right, here's phrase number 7 at slow tempo. Check out my chord melody playlist or my jazz ballads playlist. I have literally hundreds of videos up here. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like it. It's so important for me as a creator. Also, interaction is good for the YouTube algorithm. So, and also I'm interested in your opinion. So please post your comment in the comment section below. What would you like to hear next? What would you like to do me next? Suggestions are always welcome. And I hope to see you next week. See you. Bye-bye.